think you're one of those people that either loves to see your name in print or hates to see your name in print, and I think whenever I see mine, I always think about how boring J's are. For the letter B, it's more of a balance between the bowls. Like, do you want to do something really stylized and have the top bowl be really small, or do you want to do something that's more balanced where it's just ever so slightly smaller than the bottom bowl? Any letter that has like a really, straight stem and then, a bowl to it, the weight distribution and then figuring out how to get the right character in the letter without making it too playful or making it too, Art Nouveau or too childish is always a little tough. A big thing that a lot of people have issues with on the E is that middle arm there, how long that should be. People tend to want to make it a little bit too long, and they tend to make those serifs a little bit too stubby. So I think a big part of it is figuring out how that relates to the top section of the E and the bottom section of the E. When you're talking about something like a script, E's can look a lot like ampersands if you don't watch out too much, because a script E is more like this shape, but you add a little tail on that and all of a sudden it's an et. And a lot of people too, especially with lowercase e's, they tend to almost just look like I's with a really open loop if you don't watch yourself too much. The R has that nice bowl on it. It's got everything. It's got it all. It's the all-you-can-eat buffet of letters, I think. You've got the stem, you've got a bowl, you've got this fun arm that comes down. You could put serifs on it, you don't have to put serifs on it. You could put a swash on the left, you don't have to put a swash on the left. There's just so much that you can do with an R. The people that are fresh to lettering and type, they are very afraid of making their serifs big and long and prominent. Most people think about serifs as being something that's just tacked on to a letter, that it's not something that is imperative to the structure of the letter, when really it does make a huge difference in the weight of a letter. If you don't have a heavy enough serif on your L, from a distance it'll just look like an I with like a weird mess next to it. I's are pretty boring. I have such a hard time drawing script I's. They always just look like weird J's or something like that. One thing that I really like about the N is you do just have that one strong diagonal. There's no proper vertical stem to it, so you do have to worry a lot about the weights of those serifs. When I do workshops, as much as I have everyone working on the same alphabet together, the end results end up being so drastically different from one another, from person to person. Really, people and what they bring to the table are so different on each and every letter, and things that they love and their tendencies are so different. Once you see everyone working on the same alphabet together and still adding drastic differences between the letters, you really start to get why type designers don't fret if someone else that they know is making a geometric sans and they're making a geometric sans. There's just so much variety that can happen in such subtle ways.